New at 11.
Flash flood warning.
Line after line of heavy showers moving through. Now local creeks are rising fast.
And I'm tracking more heavy rain headed our way from Tropical Storm Andrea.
A presidential visit.
Hello, Mooresville.
Children who stood just feet away tell us what it was like to meet the president.
Shoplifter shooting.
A bystander opens fire when a man robs this Belk store.
I mean, this is not the Wild Wild West.
Why that quick-thinking shopper is now the one facing charges.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV News at 11 starts right now.
Waves of heavy rain moving from the south to the north across the Carolinas tonight. Power Doppler radar shows we are under a flash flood warning until 1 a.m. And it is all part of Tropical Storm Andrea. Good evening and welcome. I'm Molly Grantham.
I'm Paul Cameron. Welcome. Just as we come on the air at 11 o'clock, there's new video from Far Mill Road in Cabarrus County. This road is closed tonight because of the heavy flooding from Back Creek. Emergency crews in Concord are monitoring the situation. Now, from the sky, rushing water caused rapids on local creeks. This is Little Sugar Creek through Midtown. As you can see, the greenway is underwater. And we saw high water on McAlpine Creek as well. Some new video shows churning waves down at Wrightsville Beach, and surfers are not heeding the warnings to stay out. Many of the surfers said they'll be back there tomorrow morning. We have team coverage tonight as the storm turns towards the Carolinas.
Brigida Mac is where local streams are already flooding, but we begin with Kelly Franson tracking Andrea in the First Alert Weather Center. Kel?
Well, you mentioned that flash flood warning. That is for Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties until 1 a.m. But the flooding concerns go way beyond just those two counties. Take a look at the radar. You can see that huge area of rain in South Carolina that is pushing our way. We'll give you a little local look. Many of us just dealing with light rain right now, but of course we've had heavy rain earlier. I mentioned that flash flood warning for Mecklenburg and Cabarrus. Problems with creeks, Mallard Creek, Back Creek, Irwin Creek, Little Sugar Creek. Basically any creek in the area could be rising. Flash flood watches extend until tomorrow evening. We also have another flash flood warning up into western Ashe County. That's in effect until 12:30 a.m. We also have some flooding advisories now for Avery and Mitchell counties. So flooding concerns really across the board as we continue to see more rain move in from the south. So where is Andrea? Well, I just got the 11 p.m. update. Andrea centered right there, has weakened wind speeds now of 45 miles per hour, but it was never really the winds that were the biggest issue with this storm. It is the rain. A lot more on just how much more to expect coming up in your full forecast.
Kelly, thanks. And now is a good time to download our weather app for your smartphone. You can keep track of Andrea and any flooding it could cause here in this area.
Look at the high water rushing along the Little Sugar Creek Greenway. People were told not to come to some areas of Freedom Park tonight. New at 11 o'clock, Brigida Mac talked to those. Surprised to see the water so high. Brigida, how is it now?
Well, Molly, let me give you a little perspective. If I can have my photographer Sean pan down, you see that stick right there? That was where the water was at 10 o'clock tonight, and I am standing in the flooded walkway area, so it has receded a little bit. But here's the concern. We're in for another round of heavy rain. We saw it again and again. Folks hoping to spend some time outdoors at Freedom Park Thursday, only to be turned away. The park closed because of the high waters of Sugar Creek that runs alongside it. The swollen creek barely contained by its banks. The fast-moving water so high it nearly reached this bridge and completely covered part of the walkway popular with runners like Brian Garrett.
I just wanted to do something different today, so I decided to come down this way.
But Brian would have to take a different route this time around.
I didn't expect it to be actually flooding the actual path, so I'm a little surprised at that, the amount of rain.
The heavy rains also caused the waters of Briar Creek in East Charlotte to jump its banks, covering grassy areas and a parking lot. More video from Sky 3 shows part of Sugar Creek flooding the Greenway in Midtown.
I knew we were getting a lot, but not this much.
But others like James Watts and his wife out bike riding.
We'll find another way around.
Live next to Freedom Park and are surprised by the high waters.
When anytime we've had really big rains, it's really narrow, so it fills up fast.
Meantime, Brian just hopes we dry out in time for his daughter's graduation this weekend.
Hope for the best, because we have a lot of outdoor activities, family coming in from out of town, and I hope it doesn't get rained out. We have to take everything indoors.
Back out here live, you are looking at a live picture of Little Sugar Creek. You can see the fast-moving waters, but I got to tell you, I'm taking a look at the bridge behind me, and I can already see it's gone down a great deal. Of course, there is a whole network of sensors monitoring all of the county's creeks, and you can imagine those folks have a long night ahead with this next round of heavy rain from Tropical Storm Andrea. We're live in Dilworth tonight. I'm Brigida Mack, WBTV on your side.
Brigida, thank you.
Now, folks who live on Mountain Island Lake are also watching this very closely. About 80 homes damaged when the Catawba River overflowed just a month ago tonight. Along Lookout Shoals, people also on alert. The lake had extensive flooding. Some homeowners are paying as much as $10,000 just to fix last month's damage. Duke Energy controls water levels in both lakes. A spokesperson tells us the company is managing the flow of the Catawba River as best as it can. Now, we just checked lake levels for Mountain Island, Lookout Shoals, and Lake Roadhiss. None are at flood stage, but they are all above the target range and nearing full pond.
And to our south, this storm is already blamed for possible tornadoes. This is Gulfport, Florida, near Tampa. High winds ripped this tree down. It shattered the side of a building. Andrea's storm surge hit Tampa this evening, flooding streets. It turned a lot of them into rivers. This is the downtown area of Tampa. Some people even used inner tubes to float where cars usually drive. We are committed to tracking Tropical Storm Andrea for you. Depend on the experience of the First Alert Weather team, and tune in tomorrow morning as David Wisnick, Christine Nelson, and Ashley Beatty follow the storm and its impact here. WBTV News this morning starts at 4:30. The latest coordinates, wind speed, and forecast track for Andrea are available right now on our website, WBTV.com. Now to the presidential visit.
President Barack Obama unveiled a new national education initiative today based on a program developed right here in the Charlotte area.
Rational number you are.
This is like Schoolhouse Rock.
The president joked with students as they showed him their laptop computers. He toured Mooresville Middle School this afternoon, and WBTV was the only station to broadcast his entire speech to students and teachers.
During that speech, Paul, the president unveiled a program to modernize schools across the country called Connect Ed. President Obama wants to connect 99% of America's students to high-speed internet within 5 years, and he's directing the federal government to make better use of existing funds to get internet connectivity and technology into classrooms.
Well, as you saw just a moment ago, dozens of students flanked the president on the stage in Mooresville as he delivered his speech. All new at 11, they told David Spunt what it was like to be so close to the commander-in-chief.
It's always a great day to be a red imp.
And with those words, President Barack Obama touched the ground in the Charlotte area for the first time since the DNC. He landed at Mooresville Middle School to talk technology and even more technology.
How do we make sure Americans have the chance to earn the best skills and education possible? That's why I came to Mooresville.
Obama praised Mooresville for being one of the only districts in the country to not only issue a student a laptop, but to allow them to take it home. Students who sat just feet away from the president say they'll take his words home with them this summer.
The fact that we have all this new technology makes it so that we can, learn more stuff and have access to more things.
The president also laid out a plan to have more fiber optic cable in schools and even replace textbooks with iPads and other similar technology.
I think it's a big deal for us schools.
Some local high school students showed up to sing the national anthem before the president's speech. We spoke with one of those singers, Sierra Key.
We've been preparing for this all week, and it was just an awesome feeling to get up on that stage and perform at our best. We definitely sound the best we've ever sounded.
In the end, the president said his priority is the young faces that looked back at him during his speech.
That's why I'm so proud of all of you here at Mooresville. Congratulations, everybody. Have a great summer.
David Spunt, WBTV on your side.
And some big-name celebrities also in the crowd at today's speech. Recognize her? Of course, if you're a Homeland fan, you do. Cameras capturing the president shaking hands, getting a quick kiss from actress Claire Danes. She's the star of Showtime's Homeland, which films here in Charlotte, currently under production. And we've been told the president is a big fan of the show. We have much more coverage of the president's visit on WBTV.com. See his entire speech, view a slideshow of his visit, and watch behind-the-scenes footage as he meets with the students.
North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory is also talking education today. He wants the state to take a closer look at testing in our schools. The governor says 30 new tests were given to public schools in grades 4 through 12. That brings the total number of standardized tests for this year to 194. McCrory says he's hearing from teachers who say they'd rather spend more time teaching instead of teaching to the next test.
An investigation underway tonight into a deadly shooting involving deputies in Caldwell County. Deputies called to a home on Grace Chapel Road. When they got there, they heard shots coming from the basement. Deputies say they shot and killed the man when he pointed a gun at them. A man died at the scene. His name has not been released.
The TSA found a loaded gun this morning at Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Here's a picture of the loaded 9mm. An agent discovered it at a TSA checkpoint. We're waiting to hear if the passenger will face charges. This is the 13th gun confiscated at Charlotte's airport this year.
Next at 11, a shoplifter hits a Belk's department store, and when police arrive, they arrest one of the witnesses who saw it happen.
Exclusive video shows two men robbing a convenience store and the clerk's decision, which sent them into a violent rage.
And we've been tracking waves of heavy rain throughout the day. We're about to get a much larger area of steady rain, courtesy Tropical Storm Andrea. Those details coming up.
You're watching WBTV, the best choice for News at 11. We're back right after this.
WBTV News 5. First alert weather to keep you safe.
There is a lot more heavy rain headed our way. This particular model brings it right in by Charlotte. Front moves through, brings us a few storms Saturday.
That's what on your side means. WBTV News at 5.
It's Bassett's Summer Home Sale, the perfect time to bring a bold, fresh new look to your home. You'll save 25 to 35% store-wide, plus special financing for 12 months. Bassett's Summer Home Sale. Hurry in. Sale ends Sunday.
I never knew. That's convenient. Wow. A pharmacy right here in Harris Teeter. I wonder what else I've been missing.
With your Vic card, you can get a free 14-day supply of antibiotics. You trust us to be your grocery store. Trust us to be your pharmacy. Harris Teeter.
Life's busy when you ain't Brady. So, when I can, I take some me time with a banana pudding milkshake from Zaxby's.
Wayne, about that next shot, I think that... I just really feel like maybe we could...
Mr. Brady, I have these documents for you.
The new banana pudding milkshake. Creamy, hand-blended, and topped with real whipped cream and sweet vanilla wafer pieces. Try one before it's gone. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Subaru South Boulevard and Subaru Concord. 2 convenient locations, 1 great buying experience. Outstanding service and selection with people you know and trust. Subaru South Boulevard and Subaru Concord, where all we do is Subaru.
There was a time when a backyard could stretch to the horizon and one's imagination to the ends of the earth. A child could conquer a kingdom then, and grown-ups could discover treasure. There was a time when days were fuller and hearts were too. It was a golden, glorious time. It was last weekend at Biltmore. Experience Biltmore for $15 off when you purchase tickets in advance.
WBTV News at 5 on your side.
The one mistake criminals hope you make with your GPS. The address linked to that button shouldn't actually be your home.
The crook ends up at Starbucks. They're not going to be any the wiser.
WBTV News at 5. WBTV Sky 3, sponsored by Parks Chevrolet.
New at 11 o'clock, customers at this Belk store tried to take the law into their own hands when 2 shoplifters struck. Police say 2 men chased the suspects out of the store and then opened fire.
They wouldn't stop, so one old man shot the tire out.
It happened at a store in Alabama. Police charged the 2 men who opened fire with reckless endangerment. The shoplifters got away.
Well, there's a bolo. Be on the lookout tonight for 2 armed men who robbed a check cashing store in South Charlotte. And in my weekly Crime Stoppers report, they not only assaulted the female clerk, they provided some interesting clues for police. The Express Mart on East Arrowwood Road isn't easy to find unless you're these 2 guys coming up the long boardwalk entrance just before 5:30 p.m. Notice, one has a bright yellow cloth on his shoulder.
When they came in, they started kicking this door.
This is the office door.
Right.
Here's 2 more surveillance pictures of them kicking the office door, wanting in.
And then they took the gun and one of the guys took the gun and pointed it underneath the glass and threatened to shoot her.
That would scare anybody. Here's a shot of them threatening her with the gun. At the same time, from inside the office, her frightened reaction.
She feared for her life. She complied and she opened the door and let him in.
Once in, they went to work. Notice the man with the yellow cloth. He's wearing it over his head for concealment. And when the woman reaches for her cell phone, they turn violent.
He grabbed her from behind and kind of put her in a headlock and
kind of forced her to the ground.
It didn't take long to clean out the safe, where they found a large sum of cash.
Have you seen this as a pattern from these two guys? Because you've got pretty good descriptions.
Yeah, I mean, we had some that were similar robberies, so like around Nation Ford Road. I mean, same kind of guy, 2 black males, medium build, 1 muscular, 1 slim build, and wearing that camouflage clothing, which is kind of real distinctive.
On the way out the door, they were spotted.
And one thing we do know that somebody observed them, they were driving a gray color, some type of Honda.
Again, 2 men, 1 slim, 1 muscular, gray Honda, camouflage suit, yellow cloth. If that jogs your memory, call Crime Stoppers, 704-334-1600. You could earn a reward up to $1,000. Molly.
New at 11 o'clock, a bizarre theft in Oregon has the victim a little embarrassed.
I've been storing it in my trunk because I have 2 little ones and didn't want them to see all the dirty things in there. Lots of toys, blow-up items, all kinds of goodies.
Chelsea Couts had a trunk full of gag gifts for a bachelorette party that was supposed to happen this weekend. $500 worth of gag gifts. Police say they still don't know who took all that stuff.
Well, now back to our coverage of Tropical Storm Andrea. The latest of the forecast track shows a storm moving across Georgia-Florida line tonight, but it is the outer bands that extend all the way up to the Charlotte area. Communities along the Carolina coast, they're getting ready for the heavy rain as the storm expected to drop on the area. Emergency officials in Charleston already on standby in case the storm causes any widespread flooding. Some new video from the town of Chadbourne, that's near Wilmington along the North Carolina coast. Heavy rain there all day. Now streets in some neighborhoods look like this. Lots of flooding. Here's Kelly Franson tracking Andrea from the First Alert Weather Center tonight.
Well, Kelly, how much rain have we had and how much more can we expect?
That's the big question. I'm going to show you some of those maps that illustrate that in just a minute, but let me give you an overview first of what's going on. You can see all of that rain down into South Carolina that is pushing to the north. So that's what's going to be impacting our part of the Carolinas overnight tonight. Of course, we've already had those pockets of heavy rain move through earlier today, prompting some flooding concerns already. Flash flood warning in effect for Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties, but all of us could see some flooding concerns right now. Most of us just dealing with light rain. The problem is we had rain earlier and we've got more on the way. The exception, well, we've still got some pockets of heavier rain in the mountains. We also have a flash flood warning up there into western Ashe County. That's in effect until 12:30. Some advisories back in the mountains for flooding in every county outside the mountains under a flood watch or a flash flood watch through tomorrow evening. So that's just a heads up. All of us could be dealing with flooding, lakes, creeks, rivers, everything. Coming up, could see some urban flooding as well. Now, Molly asked, how much rain have we had? Well, these are the radar estimated rain totals, and it's an estimate, so it doesn't always give you a perfect look, but generally where you see those blues, those are where we've had right around 2 inches, in some cases upwards of 2 inches in the last 36 hours. Now, those of us on this side of the map got that heavy rain today. Some of you back to the west got that heavy rain yesterday evening. In fact, in some cases, rain gauges showed even 3 to 4 inches yesterday. So the ground is saturated. You put more rain on top of that, clearly you run into problems very quickly. We've already had those issues with flooding on Mallard Creek, Back Creek, Irwin Creek, Little Sugar Creek in Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties. That's why the flash flood warning in effect there. I expect to see more warnings before this storm is through. So let's talk about the storm itself. There it is, 11 p.m. advisory, 45-mile-an-hour winds moving toward the northeast at 15 miles per hour. Here's the forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. 8 a.m. somewhere there into eastern South Carolina. By 8 p.m. actually expected to be out of the Carolinas, but of course it's going to drop a lot of rain on us as it goes by. The yellow you see, well, those are tropical storm warnings. We've also had at times some tornado warning down into the South Carolina coastline. We could continue to see that toward the coast. Our threat isn't so much severe weather, it's the flooding from the heavy rain. So a little bit of good news for us in that severe weather in the form of tornadoes not likely, but clearly we're getting some rain. Right now the airport reporting light rain. It is expected to get much heavier overnight. Temperature of 69, dew point of 67, but actually the dew points and temperatures are warmer as you go south. You don't see that in this view. I'm talking a little farther south into South Carolina, so I actually expect these temperatures to come up a little bit into the low 70s overnight tonight as that heavy rain continues to just pelt the area. So here comes all of that rain. We'll give you a little wider look again, and keep in mind we've got to get all of that up through the area. Let me go ahead and switch you over to Futurecast and show you what our RPM model shows. Here we go with Tropical Storm Andrea. area. Swinging up, heavy rain overnight, 7 a.m., messy morning commute. We'll take you into the afternoon. Could still have some heavy rain, especially east of Charlotte at 2 p.m. Then it continues on its way. By this time tomorrow night, it's probably going to be post-tropical way up there to the northeast of us. Could still, though, have some stray storms as that front moves through. But the heavy stuff, again, comes overnight tonight, tomorrow morning. This is the latest model output from our RPM model. Notice those pockets of red, 3 inches of rain. That's on top of what we already have. A good swath of probably 2 inches of rain back into the western Catawba Valley, into the foothills as well, where we had major problems with heavy rain last night. That's why I say flooding is likely going to be an issue. Again, the heavy stuff should be out of here by late tomorrow. Still a few storms into Saturday. Stray storm possible Sunday, but not too likely. Another front comes through Monday, brings us more storms, and then we turn the heat up as we take you into the middle of next week.
So we got a wet night ahead, Kelly. Thank you. Programming note now to tell you about.
Because of our live coverage of the president's visit, we had to preempt the bold and the beautiful today, but the episode will re-air overnight from 1:37 until 2:07 a.m. and then following Craig Ferguson.
And Delano's got sports when we come back.
Closed captioning on WBTV News is sponsored by Subaru South Boulevard and Subaru Concord, where all we do is Subaru.
Informed, accurate, trusted. Get the true price at Town & Country Ford.
Right now at Burger King, choose any 2 sandwiches for just $5. Whether you're craving a Whopper sandwich and an original chicken sandwich, an original chicken sandwich and a premium Alaskan fish sandwich, or a Whopper and another Whopper. Come in today and get any 2 for just $5. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Buy your next car the easy way.
With as little as $500 down, our on-the-lot financing gets the deal done.
Shop and apply online at easywayautosales.com.
And buy your next car the easy way.
Tell them Shirley sent you.
Scott Clark again. Going on vacation? We have over 140 rental vehicles to choose from. We rent them, we service them, and we sell them for thousands less. All are equipped and not stripped and come with a lifetime warranty at no additional cost. Go to scottclark.com.
Fastball inside. He turns on it. 3 men in and clear the bases.
Nothing brings a family together like a cookout. And now through July 9th, come to Food Lion for sizzling savings. If you can grill it, Food Lion has it. Start this summer off right with a family barbecue. See store for details.
Get your new Nissan from Harrelson Nissan in Rock Hill. 2013 Nissan Altima, just $18,500, or as low as $179 per month. 2013 Rogue, just $17,995, or $199 a month. Pre-owned cars as low as $49.95. HarrelsonNissan.com.
Planning a meeting? Then consider the 4-diamond luxury of a resort hotel on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Elegant Marriott and Renaissance resort hotels with exceptional service at very affordable prices. Enjoy award-winning spas, fine dining, and of course, world-class golf. Add some southern charm to your next meeting at a resort hotel on the glorious Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Visit rtjresorts.com.
It's time for Father's Day, and at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we're all about Dad. Like sporty dads, and fishing dads, our cooking dads, and outdoorsy dads, the fit dads, stylish dads, and gadget dads. So whatever kind of dad you have, Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts he'll love at everyday low prices.
Scott Clark here, inviting you to choose your new Toyota from the #1 volume dealer in the Carolinas. Choose from over 1,000 new Toyotas with savings up to $7,000. All are priced below market value and receive a lifetime warranty at no additional cost.
Right now at Burger King, choose any 2 sandwiches for just $5. Whether you're craving a Whopper sandwich and an original chicken sandwich, an original chicken sandwich and a premium Alaskan fish sandwich, or a Whopper and another Whopper. Come in today and get any 2 for just $5. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
WBTV Sports in high definition is sponsored by Time Warner Cable.
Welcome back to sports. When it comes to football, you're not advised to look ahead, but sometimes you just can't help it. The Panthers' home and season opener against Seattle, September 8th, only 3 months away. The Cats took another step toward the big game today as they wrapped up organized team activities. And Coach Ron Rivera had a guest him, Charlotte 49ers head coach Brad Lambert. He got to see John Beeson on the field working his way back from the injury bug. The Panthers were targeting training camp for his return, but he will see even more work in next week's minicamp. It's going to also be another week for new offensive coordinator Mike Shula to fine-tune his unit. And so far, nothing but positive reviews for Shula. More importantly to Coach Rivera is the improvement of quarterback Cam Newton.
The nice thing that you see and the thing that I really like has been the progression of our quarterback. I think Cam has done a really nice job. I think his rapport with the rest of the team has been really good. And I'm seeing some things that really give you reason to be happy and be excited about who we can become as a football team. Minicamp will really be about execution. You know, all the installations are in. We've gone through all the things that we wanted to go through. Now we'll give the guys a chance to play fast and see how well they do.
Inside the prep zone we go, sponsored by Town & Country Ford. Panthers quarterback Cam Newton looking ahead to the start of the high school football season. He's hosting a 7-on-7 tournament at Huff High School, June 28th and 29th. There are still 5 team spots available. Coaches, if you have any interest, let me know on my Facebook page, WBTV's Delano Little. Meanwhile, the first day you can have high school scrimmages is Saturday, August 10th, and a big one is already set for that day at Wingate University. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes Kickoff Jamboree is going to feature 8 teams, including perennial powerhouse Monroe, who lost in the state semifinals last year. The other teams are Central Academy, Louisville, Carson, the defending 2A state champs, East Lincoln, Piedmont, Myers Park, and Forest Hills. The Tar Heels' leading scorer in basketball, P.J. Hairston, was charged with marijuana possession at a traffic stop last night. His 2 passengers got the same charges. Hairston was also charged with driving without a license. The 20-year-old averaged 14 points last season for the Tar Heels. The school is gathering the facts, they say, before they issue a statement. Big day tomorrow in college baseball. #1 overall seed North Carolina and South Carolina square off at 1 o'clock in their best-of-3 Super Regional in Chapel Hill. NC State will host Rice at 4 o'clock in their Super Regional matchup. For previews on our local teams of interest, go to WBTV.com and click on sports. A lot of these college players will be playing in the majors one day. For instance, UNC's third baseman Colin Moran was selected 6th overall tonight in the first round of the Major League Baseball draft by the Miami Marlins. Meanwhile, Bandy's high school standout pitcher Hunter Harvey was chosen 22nd overall in the first round by the Baltimore Orioles. Congratulations to him. We're back with more news right after this.
See all of our inventory and internet specials
at ToyotaofNorthCharlotte.com.
It's a pretty nice lock. Or you could spend just a little more and get this Schlage. It's got the highest grade of security, so you know it's really strong.
So, just like that, it's over. You have not seen the last of me.
I'll take the Schlage. Great.
Schlage, strong has a name.
Paramount Hyundai Hickory, new and launcher starting only $129 a month.
A huge selection to choose from, plus guaranteed credit approval.
That's right, huge inventory, huge discounts, huge savings for you.
Only at Paramount Hyundai and Hickory, where
we say yes.
Arby's freshly slices their turkey, so why would anyone be surprised to find out that their spinach is just as fresh?
Well, we're actually triple fresh.
Triple fresh?
First, we freshly slice the meat.
That's 1 fresh.
The spinach is fresh.
That's 2 freshes.
And we don't make the sandwich until you order it.
The trifecta of freshness.
Arby's new Market Fresh Turkey Bacon Florentine, a craveable combination of freshly sliced turkey, pepper bacon, and fresh spinach. Or go with our pecan chicken salad, one of our Market Fresh favorites. Arby's.
Slicing up freshness.
Social Security disability. If you've been denied disability benefits, we want to review your case and see what we can do to help. Let our results, experience, and passion work for you. Call us today.
What's the score? It's on your phone. WBTV.com on your mobile.
My nerd cave.
A secret passage.
Closet space.
A gourmet kitchen.
Jogging path.
Vaulted ceilings.
A yard.
At RE/MAX, there are nearly 90,000 agents to find the perfect fit for all the things that move you.
What moves you?
Tom Johnson Camping Center saves you more during the June sale. Choose from hundreds of new and pre-owned in-stock RVs, all drastically reduced to save you more. Special incentives and discounts on all RVs and Sunday hours noon to 5 through the 23rd. Buyers across America shop for the Tom Johnson Camping difference. No dock fees, no prep fees, and the best selection of RVs at the best price, all backed by the best RV service centers. Shop the Tom Johnson June sale in Marion or Concord and online at TomJohnsonCamping.com.
I'm farsighted.
Nearsighted.
Together, we practically have good vision, right? It was a little tricky at first.
We thought we could split a pair of bifocals.
But we found ways of coping. So then I see this ad for America's Best Eyeglasses. An eye exam and 2 sets of eyeglasses for just $69.95.
I got a pair of business glasses and a pair of stunner frames.
Now I can see if she's pretty up close.
Aww.
Call 1-800-2PAIR or visit 2pair.com to schedule an appointment.
It's Bo time at Bojangles. Buy an 8-piece box for $10.99 and you always get 4 free biscuits.
Mary Henry Sam, 213, I-40 eastbound.
So here's your reward for staying up. A police chase of a different sort. Officers in Albuquerque, New Mexico, tracking down this brown bear through a neighborhood this morning. The animal showed up about dawn, and officers gave chase until it went back to its home in the mountains. Officials say bears are coming down to the city to look for food and water now that hibernation season is over. Hey, who doesn't when you first wake up? You want to get something to eat, right?
You're just running for the coffee.
He's running to the fridge. That's all he's doing.
I mean, he was scared with all the lights and people yelling at him.
Yeah, he's pretty quick, too. All right, Kelly, tell us more about the tropical storm.
Have rain, and more rain headed our way. You can see all that rain to the south of us that is slowly working this way. We currently have a flash flood warning in effect for Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties. That's in effect until 1 a.m. Also, flash flood warning for Western Ashe County until 12:30 a.m. I expect to see more warnings overnight and especially tomorrow morning. So just a heads up, give yourself extra time in the morning if you have to go into work. If you come to standing water in the roadway, we always say turn around, don't drown.
Absolutely.
We are going to see pockets of very heavy rain that will contribute to more flooding issues. Should be out of here late Friday. By out of here, I mean the heavy, steady rain. We still will have a few storms around as a front moves through Saturday.
So it's going to be a very wet night and a lot of floods in
Yeah, soggy morning tomorrow.
All right, Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly. And thank you for making us your first choice for news at 11 o'clock.
Remember, you can get WBTV News updates anytime. Twitter, Facebook. Download our news app for your smartphone.
And be sure to join us for WBTV News this morning at 4:30. Good night.